G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Well, I had a magnificent response to my moon field rotation project, and Tommy wanted to play, but he tells me he wasn't able to.
I'm just gonna flirt here for a second, Wally. I think the moon is about that way. Sorry.
Well, I do feel sorry for you, Tommy. I know you tried, mate, but I too had problems with clouds getting in the way of this project. Just check this out. This thing was sitting over there saying, look at me, look at me. And I was just trying to video the moon, but anyway, there's so many globe signs all over that cloud, and man, that underlitness, wow. I wonder if Gary Wybanger or perhaps Dim Dim or No Idea, or I wonder if any of the flatties can explain what we're seeing here. And this crepuscular ray went right across from the west right out to the east horizon, so it was kind of magnificent. And of course, with that nice little crescent moon there being lit from the bottom side, we know that the clouds must also be being lit in a similar fashion. Oh, take that guy. Oh, sorry, you're not relevant anymore, are you? I'll just go and tie a knot in it, shall I? Okay. Okay, enough of the cloud distractions, onto the moon.
Hello, flat earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. We have a beautiful crescent moon coming up, and I think that's Venus right next to it as the sun sets here in Phuket, Thailand, and just wanted to share that with you.
Oh, and I do want to give Nick Phuket Pookie Gigantor a big shout out for also participating. I know he really wanted to, and I guess he had to save face by not doing it openly, but his video on exactly the right time at the right day, providing all the exact information that I needed. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Thanks very much, Nick. I get it. You are submitting on the sly. Thanks very much. We'll add your information into the mix. So here we go. Well, this is going to be the wrap-up video for the Moon Field Rotation Experiment Project Extravaganza. This worked really, really well. I got about 48 nice little data points out of all those images that people sent, so that was very much fun. And as they scroll past here, we can enjoy. We got them from Melbourne down around the -36, right up to 64 north, up around Tommy Gronfeld's country there somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where it came from, but it was around the 64th latitude. So the idea here is that we all notice that depending on the latitude you are when you take a photo of the moon, it looks rotated. So by getting all of these moon sets down near the horizon, we can try and measure this, and that's what I've done. So the second part of this was, if I take each image that's rotated and reverse the rotation by the same amount of the latitude, they all, well, almost flatten out. But the idea is basically if we can subtract the curve and we end up with a flat, there must have been a curve in the first place to subtract. So that's exactly what we've done, and I think that pretty much proves there is a curvature. They all, well, almost flatten out. Just not quite. Wonder why.
But why are they not all level, Wallace? Why are they not all flat? Well, Wallace, the moon on the 27th was 13 degrees north of the equator. On the 28th, it was around 8 degrees. So that can be seen here too.
I was going to go and do a full statistical analysis of all these data points, but I really couldn't be bothered. So we can all see that it all lines up pretty right. And one good part about papers is the recommendations. So I think anyone who wants to replicate this in future, the couple of things you really would need to do. Using the Google web form submission thing was absolute gold. That made it so easy for people to put their data in and upload the files. You'd have to specify better where the image needs to be captured, and I think it would have to be almost right down at the horizon. If everyone did exactly the same thing, that standardizes it and makes the data look even better. And 3, I think you'd have to standardize on the type of lens used. You know, if you got people to use a telephoto lens, that would make things just even better. So there's a few ideas for anyone who wants to replicate this in the future. I noticed that there was no flatties have even tried this yet, and we're not sure why, but I think Jaren would be able to tell us that. So for a bit of a wrap up, let's have a look at what Nick had to say.
check out the difference in the moon in different locations. So here on the equator, when you look east and you see the moon rising, this is what you see with a crescent moon. You see this smiley face.
Oh, Pookie, well, sadly, if it's going to be a smiley face when it's setting, it's going to be a frowny face when rising, isn't it? Yeah?
Whatever. For me, it's this way.
Correct, yes, that is what we see.
If you're in the UK, it's that way. Okay?
Correct. Well, this is getting to be a bit of a thing.
So yes, of course, you know, you could look at that and claim that observing the moon looks like that from the, you know, is because we're on a globe. But it also works fine on a level stationary Earth as well.
Oh, hold on there, big fella. Well, we know you're at least half right. It works on one of those models, doesn't it? If you really want to do a video about how it works on flat Earth, please let us know, because we kind of know it doesn't, don't we?
We can get carried away with making these observations at the demands of these globogandists that want to claim that the shape of the Earth and the dimensions of the Earth are defined by the sun and the moon.
All the dimensions and the shape of the globe can easily be discerned by looking at the sun and the moon.
We're told that it's all because the Earth is a rotating sphere. And of course, while it might appear to fit a heliocentric model, what doesn't fit the heliocentric model is a distinct lack of curvature or any measurable rotation or anything like that.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Thanks, Bob.
Whatever. For all those idiots that like to claim that the heliocentric model is defined by looking at the sky, well, that is just idiotic.
Well, the heliocentric model is easily defined by looking at the sky. I guess that makes me an idiot, hey, Pookie?
Time and direction. So I'm facing east, and the time now is about, it's somewhere between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the evening, Phuket time. Okay, you might be elsewhere on the Earth, and you might be able to see the moon.
Now, this is the genius that is Phuket word, because you might be somewhere else on the Earth. Well, I guess the astronauts on the ISS are not going to be on the Earth at this point in time, and all the other people who aren't currently right there beside you, I'm pretty sure they are somewhere else on the planet.
Whatever.
So there we have it, folks. Yet another globe sign, moon field rotation. So easy, even a flatty could do it. And guess what? It proves that the Earth is curved, a globe, definitely not flat at all.